Hello everyone, my name is Heather and I am 31 years old. I have been a vegetarian since I was 9 years old, and I have for the last 3 years been a vegan. One of the reasons that I went vegan is because I was educated about how bad the dairy industry is and how it's actually on par with the meat industry with regards to the cruelty for the animals. So that's why I'm a vegetarian in the first place, because I really love animals. Today I wanted to share my experience at my very first vigil. I saw a lot of these online, a lot of people going to these things, and I always thought, why would you do that if you're already a vegan, right? Why would you subject yourself to seeing this stuff that's clearly going to really get to you and affect you? I don't need to see it. I'm already a vegan. Why would I need to see that? And it turns out that actually it's really important to see for yourself, particularly if you are carrying this message of veganism to other people and you're telling them about it, and you yourself have never really witnessed just how bad things are, then I think it's very important for you to do this. I took some footage which I'm going to show to you now.
Morning. I'm on my way to my very first vigil for Hong Kong Pig Save. I've seen a lot of videos online about these things, but I've never been to one, and I admit that I'm quite scared and nervous about it, because I know I'm going to get upset, but again I think it's necessary to do it. So I'm on my way now, and I'll update later about what I'm experiencing. So in that building behind me over there, a lot of animals are currently being killed, and obviously we're sweating to death. We've walked here from the MTR. This is really out of the way, this slaughterhouse, as all of them are in Hong Kong. Obviously they are sensitive to the fact that people don't want to know what goes on in these places, which is interesting because I always thought that people would be okay with slaughterhouses here, because I've never really seen much empathy for animals in Hong Kong. Okay, so the truck arrived, and we didn't get a chance, so there's another one coming now. So the second batch of pigs arrived, and there's another one coming now. The sounds are just awful. I can't. The pain that these poor animals must be in to make those sounds. I just don't understand how anybody can think this is okay. Like, I don't get it. How can you do this for a living and not feel anything? It just completely shakes my faith in humanity. Completely.
So in that footage, you can see that there were a number of things that really shocked me. I was semi-prepared in my head for the fact that I was going to see a lot of animals, and with how much I love animals, I was going to be upset. But the things that really struck me is, first of all, how badly beaten these pigs were. You can see, if you look at the footage, just how many bruises and scars these pigs have on them already before they've even gone to the slaughterhouse, where they're going to be obviously completely mutilated by machinery and workers there. So that was the first thing that really shocked me when I got up close and saw how brutalized these pigs had already been. And then on top of that, there was some footage you probably saw of the dead pig. So one of the pigs had obviously died while it was in transit to the slaughterhouse. Because of where we are in Hong Kong, I'd imagine that was because of overheating. I mean, I don't know. It could be a number of things. As you can see, the conditions were awful for the pigs. But the thing that really upset me was just the way that they dragged it off. It meant nothing, and they just dumped the body there, and you can really see all the other pigs that are going by this body in going into the slaughterhouse, and they're looking at this dead pig, and you can see, that they're looking at this pig like we would look if we walked past a dead body, and what we would feel. And it was really hard to watch. And then the other thing is that you can see just how desensitized these people are to what's going on. These lorry drivers, these people that work at slaughterhouses, they just don't have any feelings about this mass murder that happens every single day. They wake up to kill. They go to sleep, they wake up again, they kill again the next day, over and over. And it's really interesting the way that I know, just like everybody knows, right? You all know, watching this video, what goes on in slaughterhouses, right? Yeah, they kill the animal, and they take the meat and they package it up and I eat it for my dinner. Yeah, that's what happens in slaughterhouses. But knowing and seeing are really very different things, it would appear. Because I have avoided my whole life, even though I've already been a vegetarian, I've avoided my whole life actually seeing these scenes of brutality and seeing what it's like for the animals and going to the animals before they go in the slaughterhouse. I've avoided it because I already thought that I knew what that was going to be. And I was wrong. It's different actually being there and seeing and looking into those animals' eyes and touching them. It's different. And it's kind of the same as the experience I had when I went to Africa a while back, and I'd grown up in England seeing all these adverts for things like Oxfam and these charities, and they always showed you these children at the side of the road with no shoes. And I'd seen it 1,000 times, and when I actually got to Africa and I saw it in front of me, it changed. It was the same image, but it was real to me now. And that's exactly what happened to me today. It was just this moment of realism. And so I know that there's a lot of people who are watching this that have seen or think they know what goes on in slaughterhouses. Maybe they've even braved it and watched one of those videos online that shows you exactly how it's done. But I would honestly say that you haven't seen it until you've seen it. It's different being there and witnessing these animals, the trucks lining up ready to go into the slaughterhouse. It's unlike anything that you think it'll be, and it's heartbreaking.